Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Saturday. It's about 10:30 in the morning, and I'm up here in the northeast corner of the moat. I figured I'd get up here and walk around a little bit, and kind of curious to see how many people have actually stayed after Loy Krathong, and we were packed out, during those few days. I'm kind of curious to see if some of the people haven't left, or whether they've stayed, or what the story is. And this is a pretty good area to judge, because it's usually, if there's people here, it's usually busy right here. So we'll just walk around a little bit and see. And there's some pretty neat places over on the east side that I've walked through before, but we'll go through again and look around a little bit. The temperature's about 37 degrees Celsius, and unfortunately the AQI is jumping up. It's about 98 today, and you can kind of see it in the sky coming up. The sky was a little bit hazy. But other than that, the other thing is the baht is gaining strength, and I'm kind of curious to see how it holds up, because it got up almost to 39, and I checked last night and it was down just below 36, which is about a 3 baht drop. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're transferring money into the country, if you're transferring $2,000, it figures out to be quite a bit of money. But we'll see how it goes, and after the holidays, see if when tourism maybe dies down a little bit, if the baht doesn't start losing strength again. It's hard to say. But anyway, I'm also going to tell you about a case that's happening in the Philippines right now. It's kind of interesting. It's a little bit intriguing, and baffling too. It's not quite a cut and dry case that you can say, the guy did it or he didn't do it. It's kind of up in the air right now. But anyway, I'll turn the camera around. You can kind of see where we're at. You got everybody walking around. Traffic is pretty hot right now, right through here. But you're looking at the northeast corner of the moat right there. Riders Corner is on the left, and then there's a temple over on the right-hand side. But we're going to cross the street here, and we're going to take this little side alley right there, if I can get across the street. We'll step out in the street here and see if that works. Yeah, it seems to. Thank you. Hello. On fried foods. A lot of traffic today. Classic tourist right there. Yesterday when I came through there, they had several checkpoints along the moat, stopping people for no helmets and no driver's license. And you'd think these people would come here, they'd be smart enough to wear helmets, but that's not always the case. It's a nice bike. And we'll walk down this way. Hello. He's wanting some money. But anyway, the story that I'm going to talk about is it's in the Philippines, and it just happened in July of this year. I'll wait till this traffic gets by me. A lot of cars coming out through this one-lane road. This place here is usually always busy. Look at all the shoes. Please take off your shoes. About 10 pieces of shoes there. Yeah, we can get through now. Yeah, Stamps Backpackers. It's packed. But anyway, this guy, he's an American. He's 57 years old. Married to a Filipina. She's a nurse. I believe it said she was 30, mid-30s, I'm thinking. And they've got 2 children, one's 7 and the other one's 10. So obviously they've been together for quite a while. And she's very well respected in the in her profession as far as being a nurse. And apparently they started having problems. And the news article said that, well, there were several that I read, and it's kind of funny. You read each one, and there's a little bit more added to each one, and you know, you really don't know what's what. But one said that she was fed up with his womanizing, and they were splitting up. Now, in the Philippines, it's almost impossible to get a divorce. I mean, it's very, very, very difficult. And a lot of people remark that it's not right, but that's the way it is. Now in Thailand, it's a lot different. In Thailand, if you want to get a divorce, you just, everything's agreed upon, you walk down to the local amphitheater, she signs something, you sign something, and you walk out and you're a single man. And it's just about that quick. Now if it's contested, hello. If it's contested, then you have to go through the courts. Wow. Ooh, she's cooking something. Just took my breath away. We'll go see what she's cooking. Woo. Whoa, look at that spice. Man. That hit me from across the road. Hey. Little kid getting his morning bike ride. But yeah, the spice is still getting me all the way over here. Very difficult to get a divorce in the Philippines. Very simple here, as long as it's not contested. If it's contested here, it could take up to a year, 2 years, even 3 years. But it just depends. But if it's agreed upon, you just, like I said, you just walk into the local amphitheater and both of y'all sign a document and you walk out and you're both single. But anyway, they were having problems, and he had pretty much got involved with somebody else. Now let's see if we'll go right or left. I think we'll go left here. This is a neat little area. And he had pretty much, let's walk down here. He had pretty much got involved with someone else. Now, whether they were living together or not, the article really doesn't say. It sounds like they were living in the same place, but it's hard to tell from the way the articles are written. She had left a letter with her friends saying that if anything ever happened to her, I think we'll go left here. This is really neat. That if anything ever happened to her, that he would be the one to look for. And wow, this is really cool. We'll walk down this way as far as we can. We may have to turn around and walk back. But anyway, around the 16th of July, she's not been heard of. Wow, that's really nasty in there. Old house. Man. She's not been heard from. She doesn't show up from work. Her friends start checking the places that she would frequent, and she's not there. And apparently she had a housemaid, and the housemaid shows up on the 16th for work, and the husband tells her to go away because his wife's not there. She's gone to another city. Let's see what this says. Founding member of Big Cat Adoption Program. Please join him in cleaning, care, and maintaining this pathways. Let's all help change. Hey, pretty neat. Yeah, it looks like they've cleaned this out. Interesting. But I don't know, watch out for snakes too. Yeah, this looks like about as far as I can go on this one, unless I want to walk through the weeds. And I really don't want to do that. But this would be so nice if they fixed it up and you could walk all the way to the other end. Well, anyway, her friends start getting real concerned. And by this time, it's about the 19th or the 20th July. And they go to the police. And the police start looking into it. And then the neighbors that live by start complaining of a smell coming from the property. And apparently they own quite a bit of property and maybe even 2 or 3 pieces of different property, because in the article it said that the reason they were having problems were because of dispute about land and also a love triangle. So who knows? But the police end up going. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Yeah. We'll walk up this way a little bit. But wow. This is really, I know I've not been back in here. Hey, we'll keep going, see what we see. Walk as far as we can. Doesn't look like anybody's living there. But they've got their angel house out here. So anyway, the police go after the property. And like I said, the neighbors are complaining of a smell. And they start looking. And they find a shallow grave on the property. And they dig it up and they find her. And she's buried about 2 feet under the ground. And one article that I read said that her hands were bound. I only read it one place, so I don't know. It's different from all the other articles that I read. And another one said that, well, they all say that she had been struck in the head by a blunt object. And this was like on the 20th they found her, and immediately their suspicions go to the husband. And another article that I read said that the husband and the girlfriend were seen dropping something off on the property. I only read it on one of the articles, so I don't know if there's any truth to it or not. And like I said, he's not confessed, and he's not been found guilty, so, you know, it's kind of hard to say. Now, you know, you can kind of read between the lines and think for yourself, but, and then the next day, him and his girlfriend, they turned themselves into the police station, and they're both charged with parricide. Which is the killing of a family member. Now, in the articles that I read, it said that the case was going to be turned over to the district attorney's office, and I think they've had a couple hearings on it, but there's been really no determination. Now, he said in the article that he wanted his investigators to look into it, and I think they gave him 10 days to do that. Oh, this is really neat. I'm gonna be a little bit nosy here because I don't think anybody's living around here. That is really cool. Yeah, somebody's living back there, but I don't think anybody's living in here. But that's the status of it right now. He's not gone to trial. I understand that he was released, so either he made bond or they released him. I don't know. The article didn't say a bond was made, so you know, it's hard to tell. But the net citizens of the Philippines are going crazy, wanting justice, and her friends are wanting justice, and which I don't blame them. You know, I mean, the 2 children from the marriage are now in the custody of her family, so it'd be interesting to see how that works out. But you know, it's just a terrible situation. And I don't know that, you know, I mean, we have the same things happen here in Thailand, even though, you know, we've got easy divorce proceedings and all that. But I don't know if in the Philippines, if they relax the issues of getting a divorce, whether it would cut down on some of the violence. You know, I don't know. It's just, they haven't done it yet, so I don't think you could really put a finger on it. And usually when I come out here, there's usually some guys sitting out here drinking. Yeah, they're here today. He's eating his food. How you doing? Usually they're out there sucking on a bottle of whiskey. This place used to be really dilapidated, but they've just fixed it up. Looks like they're getting ready to build something right here too. Townhouses for rent. Ah, this is neat. Let's walk down here and take a look at them. Man, you'd be real close to the city. That is for sure. Yeah, these are nice. Really nice. Huh. Fixed up great. Cat down there. Oh, we'll walk back out on the road. But, you know, they need to change that. They need to change it so, you know, if people don't want to stay together, they shouldn't be made to. And, you know, I keep thinking, well, you know, maybe they, in some situations, rather than go through the steps of getting a divorce, you know, they just commit homicide. I don't know that. I don't know that to be true. I don't know if it's a factor in the situation or not. But it just seems like that at some point in time they'd realize and get with the times and figure, yeah, see, townhouse for rent right here. Oh, fixed it up nice. Man, you'd be close to everything if you lived here. Hello. Hey, buddy. Just chilled out. Oh, be nice. You're not gonna bark. You're not gonna bite me. I know. He just. But they should consider doing something like that. Up here on the left is a place called The Hideout, and I've ate there once, and the food was really good. It's just awful hard to get a seat in there sometimes. Yeah, it's packed out now. Bon Pim. Oh. I'll tell you what, we'll take a right down here. I've walked this before, but it's always a neat walk. Now that sign means, I believe, closed dying. All kinds of artwork on that temple. There's usually a really colorful lady over here in this Marlboro house for rent place. She's here, she'll yell out to me, I'm sure. High time. Marlboro house. There's a lot of motorcycles in there. But it's a great day for a walk. It's really nice. Nice breeze. But going back to to the American, if he didn't do it, he's between a rock and a hard spot. It sure does not look very good for him. He's going to have an upward battle to prove his innocence, which is, you know, you're supposed to prove they're guilty. But even when you still have to prove you're innocent as well. You're guilty until proven, or you're innocent until proven guilty, is how the saying goes. But when the cards are stacked against you, you got to have a lot of proof on your side. That's pretty. And we'll walk up here and go to the left. Now up here on the right, and I'll show it to you, I'm not going to walk it today, is another place on the Klong that you can walk that's been fixed up really nice. Not like the other one though. Swadee Krap. Yeah, right here. See, you can walk both directions. I'll get out on the Klong and on the bridge and show you. But you really can't, doesn't look like you can walk this way. Well, you could, but it'd be pretty difficult. But down here, they've cleaned it out and they put murals on the walls. If I can get across the street. Now, straight down that way is the U.S. consulate and the market. Yeah, we'll get it on the other side of the street here. Yeah, I think I've walked this a couple times. It's fixed up really pretty. And there used to be an artist that was out here that was making paintings, but the last few times I've been through here, I haven't seen him. He was right down there at that corner house. There's also a mean dog down there as well. And you got the temple across the street. We'll walk out to the corner. Yeah, you know, Like and I were talking the other day, you know, what kind of a human being does stuff like that? I can't fathom it. You know, do they feel so pressured and so, you know, that they have to take a human life? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. And in researching these different cases, I've really found some bizarre ones. It just, you know, kind of blow your mind. And it just goes to show you, you don't know people until you really know them. So, who knows? I don't think I've ever walked out here. I know I've walked on the other side. Well, anyway, I'm going to make it back to the car, go have some lunch and cool off a little bit, and go home and work on this video. And we'll be on live stream tonight at Saturday night, 8 p.m. if you all want to stop in. I doubt I'll have this video up before then, but every Saturday night we have a live stream, and it's at 8 p.m. BKK time. And, you know, we have different people come on. But anyway, appreciate you. See you later. Bye-bye.